I went to Brixton to find out how the beloved area of London is changing over time. Like many new food chains that open in the Brixton area, often they are coined with the term gentrification. I spoke to James at Brixton's new food court.
The highlights behind what this project is up until a few months ago this was a derelict car park. Some enterprising individual got the lease on it, AstroTurfed it, and started selling spaces. So took a few people to kind of see the vision. So yeah, everyone is just independent traders.
Yeah.
There's no money behind this. There's no money behind this project, so everyone's kind of banging it all together. So yeah, it's really funny to see how the area is changing. They see the pros and cons to that, when especially because they're surrounded by residents, they come down and they go, is it another food and drink place?
Yeah.
Kind of explain, it's just a spot for the community, for the residents. It's not a trendy place. There's enough trendy spots in Brixton.
From trendy to trade, I spoke to Tom at the Brixton Pound to delve deeper into the area's independent currency.
Quite simple. It really came about through a coming together of sort of local activists, community groups, who at the time there were sort of ideas around about how Brixton can respond to the financial crisis in 2008. A group called Transition Town Brixton were probably the most sort of influential. This was a group who had formed to look at long-term sustainability for Brixton and other. It's a localisation movement that has gone across the world. So lots of places are now transition towns or have transition town working groups, and it was really it was them who were leading it along with other locally connected.
Yeah, I saw that Lewis and Bristol also have the kind of their own currency.
Yeah, Lewis and us kind of launched at about the same time, and about 3 years later, actually with our help, Bristol set up.
Oh, cool, so you work together?
Yeah.
Oh,
a lot of people get in touch saying, we like the idea of this, we'd like to do it in our town, and yeah.
Oh, that's great. What was the process of actually making it happen?
Talking to businesses, really, that's one thing. Ensuring that what you're doing is actually what people want, and not just sort of parachuting into something from the sky or from a clever design lab. It's a community project. It needs to have community buy-in. It needs to be believed. It needs to have sort of credibility. And so, that was probably the main thing to do, was just get out there and talk to people.
So on to gentrification in the area.
Okay.
How have you seen gentrification affect Brixton so far?
It's to be honest, I'm a bit I think the whole thing's just got completely lost now. Gentrification has been happening in Brixton for probably 30 years. Do you know what I mean? It's I think people don't even know what it means anymore.
It's losing its...
It's just and it's we're still talking about it because it's just a very easy label to call what's happening here. But effectively the area is changing really rapidly, and it's creating winners and losers. Is that gentrification? I don't know. I think it's. I personally think it's much more down to pretty aggressive, unregulated kind of market capitalism, which is the issue, and people are far more happy to call it gentrification because they can then sort of blame people and say, it's the yuppies, or it's that and this or that. Whereas actually it's not just about, it's everything, it's about supermarkets, it's about planning, it's about lots of the way we sort of create town centres, and London in particular. It's kind of we're all in some way complicit in what's happening. And I think gentrification's been happening in Brixton for so long, and actually what now we're seeing is like, this is what the end of gentrification looks like, where an area just becomes middle class and boring. But everyone was, it was quite exciting probably like 25 years ago, where, a few different places popped up, and, when people who moved into the area probably were like, I really like this and I really want to be part of it. Probably what happens now, this stage of gentrification, is when people moving in because they think, oh, it's nice food and drink, and I'm going to just come here and consume it, as opposed to I'm going to come here and buy into the values of that area, or what I associate as the values of that area.
Yeah, how do you feel about Brixton Splash being cancelled?
Brixton Splash. I feel sorry for a lot of the people who really love it. We good friends of ours who run a jerk chicken shop. For them it's the big thing of the year, because that's basically their bonus. That's for retail. For gift shops, Christmas is the big thing. For them, Brixton Splash is what gives them the money to maybe pay for a plane ticket and a month back home to Jamaica. So that's what I feel most sorry for. I don't know enough about why it was cancelled, but I know that I can imagine if you are from a certain background, or someone who's just enjoyed Splash, and you see that as being the kind of highlight of you and your community's calendar in terms of social and fun, and feeling like the area is yours. If that gets cancelled, I can totally understand why you would feel like the area is kind of not interested in you anymore.
I spoke to Terry, who works in one of the arcades, to gauge a different opinion.
Key workers to try to give them a deal so they can still live in London. It's a similar type of thing. You want to keep the community, and you want all the different diversities, then you have to change the playing field a bit. So you let the weak ones have a chance still. But you can't stop progression. You can't stop coffee shops, because people like coffee. You can't stop Foxton and the people like that, because people will be selling their houses and they're worth millions.
Yeah.
You can't stop that.
Yeah.
You can just help to tweak it a bit.
I spoke to the general manager of Honestburger in Brixton Village, one of the big chains to take the Brixton Pound on. So, how much does the Brixton Pound come into Honestburger?
We probably take in about £50 a week on it. It's quite small in the grand scheme of things, but what it does do, it's locals, it's regulars that are using it. There's people that have been with us since the start, and it's coming in to help us support the area.
Yeah. What do you think about it?
I think it's a great idea. In theory. It's keeping the money back in the area. It's allowing people to build off it. The thing is, as you have it, like you're saying, gentrification is coming to the area. When it does, it stops that. It's the guys that are there at the start are supporting each other. You're buying local from the market. You're bringing people over to it. You're going out. You've got the money coming in. You're going to drink in a local place, so that the money comes and goes, and it keeps circulating and helping the local businesses.
Yeah. I think that's...
We